Am I right now? It's rolling? Okay. My name is Cassandra, and I am currently living in Puerto Maldonado in southern Peru. But I hail from a really beautiful part of Canada where the plains meet the mountains, and where I'm pretty sure I've had ancestors for a long time. Yeah.
And how did you hear about Paititi?
Well, you know, the long story is a lot longer than I can tell you in this little film of ours. I think because, like most people, and I don't know, maybe I'm assuming this, it's almost like there's like this storyline that we're following, and we come here because we're supposed to come here. The short and the sweet of it is I use Google.
Realistic.
No, I was actually searching for projects within South America, because my experience in permaculture has been quite limited to the temperate or desert landscapes, and so to find places where people are putting in action in the tropics was my modus operandi. Yeah, and I found Paititi and actually had a dream a couple days later about coming here, and I felt like that was a little bit serendipitous as well. So.
In being in the volunteer track team, how do you feel the experience has been in witnessing the transformation of others? Do you feel like it's just been like something to see from the outside, or do you feel like it's been infiltrating in that group as well?
Really, this work is impossible not to be affected by it. And Paititi has been really good about including us, because we are included. I mean, it's like we're part of the whole process, you know, from the food that we're cooking, from the cleanliness we're maintaining, from the projects we're running, to the ceremonies and the discussions that we're part of. You know, our presence is very much here. So I didn't really feel like an outsider. I really very, very much felt like someone who was as much here in the transformation process as, you know, someone on dieta in their hut.
Within that realm, what tools and practices do you feel like you resonated with the most that you got to experience?
Well, you know, at first I really didn't get a lot of the tools. At first I thought dream work was just kind of this thing, you know, that was like from some psychology class, you know, and it wasn't that I didn't believe in dream work, it's that the way that it was being done I didn't quite understand. But actually by the end, I didn't actually go to very many sessions, but by the end it's really actually affected me in probably one of the largest ways. Mostly connecting to that own intuitive dream body that I know exists, and I know having a way to relate to it in my so-called waking life it's very special, and I've started to see my dreams in a different way. Yeah, particularly like the symbolism of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and how that shows up anima and animus. You know, like I really think there's something to like the unity of duality in our lives as a seed to carry us forward. So to have this tool in dream work gave me another way to tap into that kind of work in my life. The breath work is really, it's fantastic. It's definitely life-changing. And it also took me a while to get into it, and I just think that says something about, you know, the slow and steady practice. It might not be something that resonates right away, but really like it there's something to this work that maybe, I mean, it wasn't that I wasn't a believer, but I wasn't fully a participator. And now like I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't do more of the sessions. Well, not kicking myself. I'm loving myself.
Light tapping.
Light tapping and reminding that it's just a practice and I can continue, you know. And Paititi gave me a foundation, or more of a foundation, or more structure on that foundation to keep my practice going.
Within then having the retreat, the transformation, the process affect you as a volunteer, what do you feel like some aspects of yourself that have been coming to the surface and or been revealed to you or started to change?
Well, you know, that the road to sustainability, I feel like, is not about, you know, what we do. I really feel like we have all the answers to become the kind of society that we need, you know, all the energy stuff, all the food stuff, everything to be awesome. But where humans really lack is in our capacity to work together and be together, dream together, transform together, you know, face ourselves together. So, as always, being in a community setting, I feel like one of the greatest gifts is really going deeper into that in an intentional way. And here in Paititi, the landscape and the mindscape of working as a community is really strong. And it's not cultish at all, you know, it's so beautiful. But it's spiritual, you know? And I'm really looking forward to taking that like connectedness and working togetherness and applying it in the practicality sides of things. And hopefully, you know, there'll be many more projects working on the more hard side of sustainability, the food and the transportation and the energy stuff, with that spiritual center and community center that we have been strengthening. So yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.